everybody. Today is November 7th. I'm here to do the extended read for the original 3-card draw that you've probably already watched. Sorry I'm running so late today. I had a lot to do this morning. So we started out with the 4 Wands. We talked about freedom in relationships, and I talked about the Tower. I said that I felt like maybe there was going to be a big shakeup. I said it's not always a bad thing, but oftentimes it is important that these things happen. Sometimes we have to have some things fall apart in order to rebuild. We also got the Knight of Cups. I talked about this fast-moving energy. I felt like maybe this had to do with a relationship, perhaps. It's not a super fast energy, but it's moderate paced. But he's looking behind him. You can't ride a horse galloping forward looking behind you. And that's kind of how life goes. You know, you're saying, oh, I want to move forward, but you keep talking about the past. I'm guilty of it too. It's not just you. We all do it. But we have to understand, we keep giving energy to the past. We're building that energy up to continue into the future. So when we catch ourselves doing that, we can say, okay, yeah, that was interesting. Not that was bad or that sucked or I'm still mad about it. How about that was interesting that happened. Interesting lesson. And I want you to also think about this. The lesson isn't always for you. Sometimes when you go through tough times, the lesson's for the other person. You're not really the one who's going to be as affected or changed by what happened as the other person. That's something to wrap your mind around. I know we don't think about it. We always go, oh, it's a lesson, it's a lesson. Not always a lesson for you. Sometimes you're the facilitator. That's all you are, right? You're the person who lights the fire, but you're not necessarily the person who put the logs out. I don't know if that made sense, but anyway, spirits, ancestors, guides. We're gonna pull some more cards now for you. Thank you. We got the Page of Cups message. More cups. We got a Knight and a Page of Cups. Very interesting. So this definitely feels like a relationship reading. We got 6 of Swords. All right. Oh. Okay. So I just got off a live, and I was pulling cards for a few people. I pulled this card from a different deck, by the way, not even this deck, 4 times in a row. Strength. So there's definitely something going on with this card. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. That's Trip. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Page of Cups came in upside down. Typically, I don't read reversals as opposites, but I will look at it in reverse and see what jumps out at me. So as I glance at this card, the thing that really stood out to me right away is this drip coming out of this teapot on her head. Now, this is a different deck, so it's obviously not the traditional deck. The other deck, she doesn't have a teapot on her head. Okay, she has a crown on or some other, or a hat or whatever. But in this case, I feel like water is emotion, and I feel like, you know, there's tea in here. She's brewed something, or, you know, liquid. She's brewing something. Something's brewing in her mind. I feel like she's been thinking a lot, and she's finally going to express how she feels. If you look, she's pouring into this cup, and here comes some fish, right? These are probably other relationships she's had or people that are close to her, possibly even children if you have children, but she's going to open up. She's going to start open up and talking about how she feels. And that came under this 4 of Wands where I talk about healing and freedom. So I feel like, yes, there is a conversation or a talk that you probably need to express because it's boiling inside your mind and it's just driving you nuts. And it's just been like permeating every thought, but you haven't been able to talk about it. I think you do need to talk to someone. If you can't trust anyone, you know, if there's someone that's neutral you can talk to, like at your church, or even just write it in your journal and get it out of your head. But I feel like you're sort of up in your head right now. Under that Tower card where I said some things could start to kind of get crazy. You're gonna see some little crazy energy. I've been feeling it too. I think it's a worldwide energy right now. But it feels like something a little bit crazy frenetic's gonna start happening, some kind of a surprise energy. We have the 6 of Swords also in reverse. 6 of Swords about finding calmer shores, better shores, calmer waters, navigating through the emotion. The Swords are about truth, ideas, and communication. This came in upside down. The first thing I notice is this little bonnet on this baby right here, okay? This sort of bonnet, like they're trying to keep this baby protected and warm. This baby has no idea what's going on. She's just along for the ride. And I feel like when you hit this Tower moment, and it may not be today, it may be during this week, it could be something small too, by the way, but it's gonna be something enough where you go, oh, geez, or whoa, I didn't know that was coming. It's like that, okay, one of those whoa moments. I feel like once it happens though, you're gonna feel a little bit vulnerable, like this little baby might, but you're not going to realize that you are protected. That's why this baby has a little hat on. She's protected. She's got mommy there. She's protected. You are protected. You don't need to worry. You're going to get through it fine. I don't feel like you're going to be like, I don't know what to do. You're going to be like, okay, I'm just going to find a better, safer place, a peaceful situation. Then you, under that Knight of Cups, where I talk about that energy coming in of possibly a new relationship or support, you did get that Strength card, which keeps coming up over and over and over again. And here's the funny part. This, like I said, this is a different deck than the one I was using earlier today, or like just a few minutes ago, actually. And this particular deck, I had it come out 4 or 5 times, but in, I think it's this deck, my vintage deck, which is an Oracle deck, also has a strength card. And that kept popping out also in the last 2 days. So I'm going to say that the overall energy for anybody watching this is know you're stronger than you think you are, and you have control of this right now. You don't need to live in a fear-mongering mindset. All right? You can control what's happening to you. You are the master of your own universe, literally. On the bottom of the deck, this just proves it. Queen of Pentacles, she's all about stability. She's taken care of. She never needs anything. She can focus on her family, her stability. But look, there's a little coin behind this baby she's holding. And the coins represent our finance, stability, foundation, career, those sorts of things. So sometimes it's about balancing family and career, or family and money, whatever. But again, I think like this is also one of those worries that you tend to have. And as it comes next to that strength card, I feel like I wouldn't worry about it. Money's an energy. Understand that. It comes and it goes. Just tell yourself, I attract what I need. Period. I attract what I need. All right. I'm going to jump into a second deck. I'm going to give it another shuffle. I already shuffled it before we started here, but I'm going to get one more shuffle. Just so that you see that they've been shuffled. See? I'm going to cut the deck into 3 piles. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. See if any of the same cards come out to validate, and if we get any new cards, we will know more information. Pretty simple, right? All right, spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Any other cards? We got Temperance. Interesting. Thank you, spirits. Anything else today for my readers, for my viewers? We got Justice. We got 2 of Swords. Throw these back in because it was like half the deck. Give another shuffle. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So we didn't get any of the same cards. We got different cards. So there's going to be a little more information. We got the Temperance card under that Page of Cups. I said that I felt like you have a lot of stuff boiling around in your mind. You've been ruminating. Stuff is brewing. You're going to have to spill your guts at some point. Temperance is all about, obviously, finding some kind of a neutrality or middle ground. It represents the alchemist. See how he's pouring from cup to cup. And the way the alchemist works is they're trying to combine things to have a result, but they have to experiment. They have to try a lot of different things. And I feel like maybe sometimes you think there's only one way when there's multitude of ways. So I want you to also, if you approach any issues, especially if something brewing in your head, maybe the way that you're thinking about it, the angle you're coming from is not helping you. Try another mixture. Try another recipe is what I'm saying. All right. Again, more emotion. Look at this water. He's standing in the water. He's pouring the water. The cups represent relationships. But look at the background. There's a pathway right here leading to the sun. Can you see that? Sun's all about clarity. Okay. So again, I feel like when you figure out that there's other ways to do things, not always the way that you have in your mind, the clarity will come and you'll go, oh, now I know what to do. All right, under that 6 of Swords where I talk about the tower moment, that moment of kind of like a shakeup, and then you get in your boat and you're looking for a peaceful or calmer way to get through this emotional time, there's Justice. So there is a good possibility there's legal matter involved in this, and that's why you're feeling a little bit out of control, feeling like you don't know what to do, because you know what the outcome's going to be. Generally, when we get the Justice card, it's about fairness. It's going to be fair for you. Whatever comes out, even if it seems unfair to you, it's meant to be that way. 11 energy, on the right path. 2 pillars right here, again, on the right path. This is telling me if there is a legal matter, you're absolutely going to get what you deserve. If it's not legal, whatever the outcome is, it's going to be fair. Man, why am I having trouble talking today? Then we get under the Strength card, the 2 of Swords. So this is usually about not wanting to make a decision, being in a stalemate situation. Okay, she's got the sword started up in defense in front of her, pointing either direction. She's got a blindfold on, but here's the thing. When you're blindfolded, your other senses are more enhanced. Again, that speaks to what I said to you, is sometimes we think that we know the only way is this way, but if we are forced to use other resources, sometimes we find a better creative solution. So I feel like take the blindfold off, stop being defensive, stop worrying about who's right and who's wrong, and worrying about things that have not happened, and tell yourself, I'm just going to make a decision and I'm going to own that decision. I'm going to take full accountability for that decision. Stop in that back and forth, all right? Because guess at the end, you get the 3 of Pentacles. To me, this is a card about your expertise and skill. You see one guy's working here and these 2 people are consulting with him, asking him, like, what are you doing? How do you do that? Show me how you do that. And I feel like you have much more experience and skill than you give yourself credit for. And I think that's also going to be part of the answer to this quandary that you're in, where you're feeling up in your head, is when you start trusting yourself, you're going to realize, I got this. I got this under control. I've done this before, or I have everything it takes to get through this. I'm going to pull from an Oracle deck now. This is your Spirit of the Animals deck. We're gonna pull, see what cards come out. We did not get the Strength card again. I'm shocked. I thought for sure that would pop out again, but still has a deck that it may show up in, right? Whoa, that card just flew out. I love this card. And it was funny how it flew out. I just saw it kind of floated out of the deck. This is Dragon Supernatural. This came up the other day too. That's funny. I haven't seen this card in a long time. Now twice in about 2 days. It says, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. What did I say? Mastery. Yeah, you're good. You got skill. You got skills. Mad skills. All right. Pulling from the vintage deck now. See what comes out there. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Looking for a card today for my viewers. Anybody here in the collective that needs a message? Hopefully this will resonate for them. What do we got? Not hopefully, we know it will, right? We're gonna stop saying hopeful. We're gonna stop saying try. We're gonna stop saying I wish. We're gonna say I know. And as I'm being silly, what do we get? Playfulness. I love it. And actually this message has come up for me lately from Spirit. You gotta still have fun, you guys. Don't lose the childlike qualities that you have. Being childish, no, we don't need to be doing that. Childlike, absolutely. Have some fun. Be silly. Have some humor. When those tower moments show up where you're like going, holy shit, I don't know what to do, laugh about it. Just laugh about it. Go, oh my God, this is such crap. I can't believe this is happening. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Don't give it the power. I'm telling you. All right, now we're jumping into my favorite Enchanted Maps deck. Let's see what jumps out there for you, Spirits, Ancestors, Guides, and Energies. Anything for the collective today from my Maps deck here that I'm shuffling? We appreciate your information. Let's see what we get. Come on, Spirits. We're looking for a card today. Ah, there we go. On the ground, like always. Okay, that's Spirit of Place. 4 energy. Your very first card was a 4. Healing Foundation. Spirit of Place. Maybe you're thinking about moving along. Or maybe you just don't like your surroundings. Maybe it's uncomfortable. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's just as simple as you don't like the decor. But this is definitely a time for you to have some fun. So if you are already in your house and you're bored or you're sick of it, rearrange. Put up that painting that you haven't put up yet that's been sitting in the closet with, you know, go buy the damn nails. Okay? Change the sheets. Do whatever. Whatever makes you feel good. But if you're in a space where you're just not happy, maybe it is time to start fantasizing. But where would you really like to be? You know, what kind of house do you want? Do you want it on the beach? Do you want it on the pond? Do you want it in the mountains? Do you want it in a busy city? You know, even if you've been living in the same house for 30 years, sometimes it's fun to think about, like, what would it be like if I lived in, you know, France? What would it be like if I moved into the city? What would it be like if I bought a farm? Okay, have some fun with that. That's part of that playfulness. Okay, fantasizing doesn't cost a dime. And sometimes you might be surprised when you do that. Sometimes you get inspired about other things because it's exciting and fun. All right, Moonology. Moonjology. I can't even say it. Moonology. How do we get there? Spirits, Ancestors, Guides, we need cards today. All right, we got what do you need to release? Waning Moon. What do you gotta let go of? Good question. I don't know. But something to think about today. All right, guys. Everybody have a wonderful Monday. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a awesome day. And tonight at 8 o'clock, if you jump on TikTok, I will be doing a live Metaphysicopoly. Yay, so fun, you guys. You win prizes. It's so cool. And you get a reading. So join us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on TikTok. Miss Molly Knows Live. Bye.